trying not to smile and laugh. I'm really trying not to. But my goodness, Politico is in a full blown panic mode, okay? Because there's a lot of questions that got to be asked. Corporate media's talking about it, independent media's talking about it, and Politico, for the first time ever, didn't pay its staff, all of its workers, because it was found out that around $8.2 million of government subscriptions was found around it. So we got to address what Politico said to the people in motion, okay? And what better way than to see this, okay? Because Politico had to share this. Politico, a note to our readers. Uh-oh, what's going on here, Politico? So let's click this article. A note to our readers. This is how you know they're panicking right now, okay? And this is done by the CEO, by Goli Shikolasami and editor-in-chief John F. Harris. I think I said their names right. I think John F. Harris I said right. The other person, I'm 50-50. Politico has been the subject of debate on X this week. Some of it has been misinformed, and some of it has been flat out false. Let us set the record straight. Politico is a privately owned company. We have never received any government funding, no subsidies, no grants, no handouts. Not one dime ever in 10 years. Millions of people around the world read our journalism on Politico.com, Politico.eu, and in newsletters. It is supported by advertising and sponsorships. Press X to doubt. I'm sorry. I got to be nice. Politico Pro is different. It is a professional subscription service used by companies, organizations, and yes, some government agencies. Well, if Politico Pro is different, how come no one from Politico got paid? I'm just asking some questions, okay? The first time ever, nobody got paid. Like, oh boy, I got to pay the bills, got to buy some gas, got to buy some groceries. How come I'm not getting no money? Anyways, they subscribe because it makes them better at their jobs. Press X to doubt. Helping them track policy. Press X to doubt. Legislation. Press X to doubt. And regulations in real time with news, intelligence, and a suite of data products. Press X to doubt. At its core, Politico Pro is about transparency and accountability, shining a light on the workforce of the agencies, regulators, and policymakers throughout our vast federal government. Businesses and entities within the government find it useful as they navigate the chaotic regulatory and legislative landscape. It's that simple. Folks, still, what do you think of this explanation so far? Type 1 for Kit, they're being honest. Really, stop being funny. This isn't funny. Type 2. I'm hitting X to doubt, but the button does nothing. But I'm hitting X to doubt. I wonder how many 2s will show up in the chat. I wonder. Number 2, duck. Most Politico Pro subscribers are in the private sector. They come from across the ideological spectrum and subscribe for one reason: value. And 90% renew every year because they rely on our reporting, data, and insights. Government agents in bold black letters. Look at this. Bold black letters right now. Look at that. Look at that right there. Government agencies that subscribe do so through standard public procurement process, just like any other tool they buy to work smarter and be more efficient. This is not funding. It is a transaction, just as the government buys research, equipment, software, and industry reports. Some online voices are deliberately spreading falsehoods. Let's be clear. Politico has no financial dependence on the government and no hidden agenda. We cover politics and policy. That's our job in bold black letters. We are so proud of our journalists and so proud of the connection we have with you, our readers. We stand by our work, our values, and our commitment to transparency, accountability, and efficiency, the same principles that drive great journalism and great businesses. Now, back to work. I like how they got the now back to work. But I haven't gotten paid. Back to work. Really? How come we didn't get paid? We said shut up. Get back to work. Or we're gonna get Hans and Fritz in here. And they are done. Are they? Are they done? Okay, so hold on. Great. So no need to renew the political subscription at a later date. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Now, hold on. And Akachiro, I think I said your name right. Press A to laugh. Well, yes, let us all press A to laugh. Well, don't press A right now. Listen to the show. Gosh. But see, it's fascinating that on that day, all this revelation, all these lies, and hey, even in 2024 and now going to 2025, this is very apropos.
All lies will be exposed.
As they should be. Okay? As they should be. As they should be. But I want to pull up this video here. All right? And I want to give a huge shout out to my colleague and friend Nick from RBN. This is a video from Hotspot. And look, the whole media landscape has been thrown upside down. I mean, you got people, even large Twitch influencers and people who've been part of that BreadTube community wondering, uh-oh, is the gravy train over? Because things that make you go,
Western propagandists around the world are freaking out now that the USAID funding was pulled. It is now being revealed that USAID funded Western propaganda, paying over 6,200 journalists at over 700 news outlets, and among them was Reuters, Politico, and the BBC that was paid to spread neoliberal pro-war propaganda. The conspiracy theorist was right once again. The implications of this is astounding. This means American taxpayer money was used to propagandize their own citizens. This should be a massive, massive scandal. The same corporate media outlets who advocated for the censorship of Americans.
Yes, censorship. And I will continue on here real quick. I'm glad, we're talking about censorship. I'll be rewinding this here as well. Look, these are the same media outlets that were calling for tighter regulations, suppression, censorship all over social media, not just independent media, but even you. And it's still happening now because I still get comments from people saying, hey, I can't post. I'm trying to comment on the video. YouTube's not letting me. Or is it out if we go back to 2020, 2021, sharing stories? Facebook and Twitter wouldn't let you share it, or Instagram. Hey, you're not being notified when your favorite content creator is going live or they post a new video. And it just wasn't in independent media. It was in all types of genres. Still ongoing. There's some really shady stuff going on here. And it was done so at the behest of a lot of these major media outlets, impacting people enjoying their First Amendment right here in America of sharing stuff on social media. And I don't give a damn where you politically align. Nobody has the right to censor, deplatform, suppress, demonetize, terminate anybody's work. That's not right. And yet you had corporate media and politicians promoting this. And now Politico wants to do this letter. Damage control, control the narrative. Well, all right. Hey, how come you didn't pay your people, Politico? First time ever, right? First time. Am I angry? Am I angry? Yes, I am. Because I despise censorship. I despise these little rats. I want to say, they're going to censor you. We don't like what you said. We're going to terminate you. We're going to get a cancel culture on you. Hey, Vushi, you a little worried? Yeah. Are you kind of scared here? Maybe they all are. A lot of things are going to be revealed, especially about these major Twitch people who seem to have got this huge boost. I'm going to focus on Twitch because, boy, if you try to create some content on Twitch, just right now, I mean, you ain't going to get no traffic. They play some favoritism there. I mean, is Destiny and Hassan's and, Whoosh's fun gravy train over? Maybe yes, maybe no, because Politico is doing this note to the readers, and we got a lot of questions. Me and my fantastic friends in independent media got a lot of questions too. But see, I'm bringing everybody. left, right. Hey, let's all go ahead and hear more of this like a family.
Corporate media outlets who advocated for the censorship of Americans was being paid and funded by the United States government. This also means that Joe Biden paid NPR, Politico, Reuters, and the BBC to kill the Hunter Biden story and to cover up the corruption of his family. Not only that, the Biden administration used these Western outlets to push his wars and genocides. These Western outlets, funded by the United States government, strongly supported Biden's crazy war against Russia and Ukraine, and then smeared other Americans who did not support the war as Putin puppets and American traitors. In fact, USAID was funding anti-Russia propaganda in Ukraine. 9 out of 10 Ukraine media outlets was funded by USAID. The United States was funding it.
And you know what? I got to give a huge shout. Hey, Nick from RBN, you did great because I mispronounced USAID. USAID. It's USAIDs. I'm only human. Did I screw up? Yes. Hey, when I make a mistake, I own up to it, folks. I have failed you. Hashtag Kit is canceled. Hashtag Kit shall be canceled.
Funded by USAID. The United States was funding a global network of journalists to spread empire propaganda, including rabid anti-China hate and advocating for war against Russia. Joe Biden and the United States used our taxpayer money to pay off Western journalists to become complicit with their genocide. Remember, guys, all of this is legal because Barack Obama signed an executive order allowing the CIA to collude with the media to propagandize the American people. This is exactly why all corporate media sounds exactly the same.
Huh. You know, not only, and look, movie night's going to return. I promise you, folks. You know, just been working a lot of stuff here, doing a lot of projects. But you know, this reminds me of the movie They Live. We did it for movie night, and plus, I had the opportunity to do a movie night with Due Dissidents on their channel. Myself, Russell, Keaton, and Tusker. We were watching the movie They Live, and you know, it is interesting that, you know, the projected date for the alien takeover of the planet was going to be in 2025. So, you know, hey, all lies are being exposed even now.
And why Americans are 100% right to have distrust for legacy media.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This is extremely dangerous to our constitutional republic that has right now been taken over by oligarchs. So technically, we do not have a constitutional republic or any values or institutions that are representing Democrat values. I mean, oops, I didn't read the line properly. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me.
Extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Shout out to Hotspot. But also, hey, you know what? I also want to get commentary from two people that are the great thought provokers and intellectuals of our time, Fredo and Bill O'Reilly. Hey, got to have both sides here. All right. Take away, Bill O'Reilly. Bill.
I didn't know that the Biden administration paid Politico, a so-called journalistic outfit, $8 million to cover up for Biden. That's what they did. They wouldn't run the Hunter Biden.
We don't know that that's what it was. We don't know that's what they did. That's not the story. The story is the subscription.
Hey, Fredo, shut up. Adults are talking here.
The Hunter Biden.
We don't know that that's what it was. We don't know that's what they did. That's not the story. The story is the subscriptions, and a lot of Republicans were among their subscribers.
No. Their own employees of Politico said the report is on the story. They would not run it. So just go do your research and you'll see.
Oh, I'm so glad I found this video, man. See, sometimes the whole political story. I have people who say like, "Hey, Kit, here's a pretty good follow up. Kit, you should check this out. Bill O'Reilly owns Fredo." Oh, Fredo. Come on, Bill O'Reilly smacking you around. All right, I don't want to see you get hurt here, buddy.
No. Their own employees of Politico said the report is on the story. They would not run it. So just go do your research and you'll see. But what really caught my attention was the New York Times today. Okay,
right.
Then you.
Oh man, I love that silent look. Hold on, look right here.
Today. Okay,
right.
Then you know the reporter.
Hold on, because he said I do my own research. Wait,
and you'll see. But what really caught my attention was the New York Times today.
Look, that pause right there. Like Bill's like, "Don't make me smack you. F it, I'll do it live, but don't make me smack you, Fredo. All right? It'll be harder than what Mike did to Fredo when Mo Green was talking about."
Okay, Then you know the reporter on the story for Politico said they wouldn't print the story. We didn't know at the time.
Yeah, but the reason
that Politico was getting $8 million from Biden.
Yeah,
the reason
but we
why
don't know that that's why they didn't run the story. People don't run stories.
Okay. No, I run
if
I have a reporter, they bring the story, I run it. Okay. New York Times today, conspiracy about Politico. Then I knew the story was valid. As soon as you get the New York Times running interference for you, you know it's true. Okay?
Hey, you ain't wrong there. Go, Bill. Bill O'Reilly. Good to see him around here. Still having that spunk and that fire, as always. But this is a huge revelation. Politico. Now you're trying to do damage. People are trying to do damage, all right? But because of all these revelations, and say whatever you want about DOGE, DOGE. That's right, Homestar Runner, okay? Before I leave this world, before I'm 6 feet under, the world will remember that DOGE first came from Homestar Runner, and he said it the strong bad. You're my DOGE. You're DOGE? That's exactly it. Politico, you've been called out. $8.2 million in subscriptions, but also your people didn't get paid. That's the first time ever. First time ever we've seen a quote-unquote news network, and now they're in damage control because, their secret sauce, what's keeping them floating, is going away. Now, whether or not Politico can recover their reputation, which I highly doubt they will, Politico, as the media, as it is, already has done its fair share of damage. We've talked about how Politico and Reuters, New York Times, Washington Post, CBS, ABC, CNN, MSNBC, NBC, BuzzFeed, all these people were very pro-censorship, suppression of independent media, how they did so many hit pieces on us. A lot of people, progressives, libertarians, independents, all of us had to deal with the jackboot of the censorship. And just even you, my viewing audience, you have had to deal with it as well. It is something that we are tired of. Now, whether or not things are different under the Trump administration is yet to be seen. I hope it leads to more meritocracy. I mean, I hope in one hand, crap in the other, see which one fills up faster. But Politico, you have been called out. And this note to your readers doesn't install confidence. It allows for more criticism towards you. And yes, even ridicule. Because now you're in the hot seat. Now you need to account for things. Actions. Because it's the whole institution being called out. Your overall involvement and weighing in on stories. Because a lot of people, last I checked, were saying that the Hunter Biden laptop story was fake news. And it turned out to be very, very real. If you want to see a video, they'll be more than happy to break down the Hunter Biden laptop story and how all of corporate media failed. Check out Matt Orfala's YouTube channel. He did a fantastic video collage calling out the media and its failures, why everything sounds the same, why it is the same. And who did this usher under? Oh, yeah, shout out to Hotspot and Nick from RBN, Barack Obama. Huh. Who was his VP? Joe Biden. And under Joe Biden, boy, oh boy, I think a lot of things were really working out for him as his scandals, his many scandals, were almost brushed or swept aside or hidden. because, the media didn't want to report it because it looked like that Coca-Cola classic of Russian disinformation. Brilliant job, establishment media. It's not that I'm happy for your downfall. It's just finally, I feel so vindicated that a tear is rolling down my eye. Not a tear of sadness, but it's a tear of joy.